if you come into an incarnation wishing to learn about love, you're generally going to give yourself a situation where that love that you are experiencing or have experienced is going to be taken away early on, and you're going to spend the rest of your life searching for love in a certain way, and until you achieve that dynamic of energy, you are not going to move on to that next phase, to that next level of understanding. Now, you may have given your, because you're very smart, each of you, we like to say just because you're dead doesn't mean you were any smarter than you were when you were alive, but we would suggest to you that because you're even in a position where you're being able to hear this information, that hopefully it's intriguing you enough that it might light a spark, bring an understanding of maybe a beginning of a quest. Because nobody comes to us by accident, The dynamic is that you are all peacemakers. You are all problem solvers, even if you have not awakened to that fact yet. Each of you in your own way has a certain dynamic of destiny, a certain dynamic of fate. You can probably read it just by the dynamics of seeing where you are in your realities right now. There are many different pathways available to you. And there is the dynamic of you are coming up to a timeline shift. There is going to, and as you've already had just one, if you hadn't noticed, what was the date of that election? It was only November 5th. Do you know that? That was a paradigm shift. We don't care which side of the fence you're on as far as that dynamic goes, but it was a paradigm shift. And within that dynamic of the paradigm shift, those people that were glooming and dooming all the time are finding that they have to readjust the dynamic, because all of a sudden there's a lot more possibilities and a lot more hope that exists out there than did previously. Now, again, we say we don't know which side you're on because the country is pretty well divided 50-50. And why is that? Because it's the dynamic of a reflection of the polarity of energy. The dynamics of the polarity of energy, just like you need to look at your lives holistically, you need to look at your society, about your world, about the energy that is here holistically. It is a holistic dynamic. Everything adds or subtracts to the energy of consciousness, the whole dynamic of the movement. What is God trying to do? God is trying to have a greater awareness of themselves. Who is God? You are. Each of you in that find that spark of the divine in your heart center. Find that spark of truth. Once you connect with that spark, you will never be alone again. That's the real connection. That's the real dynamic of truth. That's your real power. That's the dynamic of where your life energy comes from. It comes from the dynamic of your heart center, not your heart chakra. That's different. Your heart center is greater than the dynamics of the limitations of your heart chakra, because your heart chakra not only holds the dynamics of love, but it also holds the dynamics of hurt and all of those dynamics of negativity that have come with that dynamic of the quest for
consciousness,
love.
Yes, love.
Love.